everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to apply LanczosResample effect to a live camera preview as well as image capture in React Native's new architecture for Android using CameraX and Media 3 effect. Now let's get started. So first couple of things, what is a LanczosResample effect? It is basically used for image processing. So I'll show you guys the output. Now the output will be very short because there is some performance implications which I was facing. So firstly, my Android device is a cheap Android device. It is 5 years old. So and the library Media 3 effect library for CameraX, okay, it is still in alpha at the time of me recording this. So if it does become stable, make sure you use the stable version. I'll tell you about that later on. Let's see this output first. Here you can see it is asking me for camera permission. I have given the camera permission. Now here you can see this is the LanczosResample. Like I said, I'm facing performance issues on this. That's why. Now I'll just click on the capture button and it has captured the photo. So yeah, let's get started. So first you need to create a React Native. So obviously I'm using React Native 80, which is latest at the time of me recording this video, and also all the code related to live camera preview as well as LanczosResample effect is written using camera and CameraX is written using native code with Kotlin. I'm not using any third-party library for this. So first you can just create a project by running this particular command. Like I said, this is only for Android, so we don't require CocoaPods, so keep it as false, and instead of demo you can write your own project name. So here you can see I have created a project. I'll just minimize everything. So this is our project. Now we don't run this command, so because this particular documentation is given it for a web view. We are not using a web view. We will be creating a folder called my camera instead of web view. Now instead of my camera you can name this whatever you feel like, but if you're doing this for the very first time, it's better you follow what I'm doing because that particular name will be used in a lot other places as well, so be extremely careful. So I'll just scroll down. Okay, and here we have created this specs folder, and here we have this my camera native component.ts. Now here I have just copy pasted everything from the documentation over here. Okay, so here you can see we have this result of type string. Okay, and here we have this on image taken as well. I have removed this prop. We are not using this prop, and instead of on script loaded I have just taken it as on image taken, and here I have changed the name as custom my camera as well, and this particular part also has been changed. So result will contain the actual captured image URL. Okay, then let's just scroll down, and inside package.json you need to copy paste this particular bit of code. So in package.json I have copied this code. So here you can see I have this my camera over here, my camera over here, as well as custom my camera over here. Then you just need to run npm install because we have changed the package.json file. So just run npm install for this. Then if you just scroll down, here you can see we need to copy this to command as well. So this will actually do the code generation for us. One thing which I forgot to tell you, sorry about this. First inside Android app src main java, here we need to create this folder, right, my camera, which was given in the documentation previously. I forgot about this, sorry. Which you can see instead of web view we will be creating my camera. Now this same name I have used it over here, my camera, and this native component is very important. If you don't write this native component inside your TypeScript file, React Native won't be able to find your file and it will not do code generation for you. So that is also very important. Now here I'll just paste this command. So we are just seeding to the Android folder and then running this command. So this will do code generation for us. Now this will be pretty quick for me because I have already ran this command previously, so it won't take too much of my time. Okay, so it is taking, yeah, so here you can see it is done. Now let's see what's the next step is. So if you see here, we need to create a file called react-webview.kt, right? But here we will be writing it as react my camera. Now here we can't really copy paste the implementation because our implementation will be completely different as compared to this. Now before we write the code, we need to do some setup. So inside build.gradle you need to add this implementation Android X camera core, then this camera 2 as well, camera lifecycle, then this camera view, then camera media 3 effect. Like I said, this is still in alpha at the time of me recording this video. That's why I was getting performance issues. and I'm also using an old Android device as well, which is 5 years old. So if this does become stable, make sure you use the stable version. Okay, so sorry about this. So here we were over here. So like I said, make sure you use the stable version, and here is our media 3 effect as well. Then you need to go to android manifest.xml, and here you need to add this camera uses feature, camera permission, as well as write external storage permission. Then you need to go to test app, and sorry, not test app, my camera folder, and here we need to create this react my camera.kt. Now firstly, this is our package name. These are all the imports which I have, so I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy all these imports. Then here we have this current context as well. Here is our camera, here is our preview, and here is our image capture as well. Then here is our button, this is our preview view, here is our camera executor. Then here we have this process camera provider as well. Here we have the back facing lens. Here we get hold of our current activity as well. Then here we do viewfinder.layout params. Here we assign our linear layout params. Then here we have add our viewfinder. Here we call install hierarchy filter. Okay, so here we set the text, background color, text color, as well as alpha. Why we are doing this install hierarchy filter, I'll come back to this in a bit. So here we are just setting all things for our button. Even the capture button is part of native code. Okay, then here we set the layout params for our button. We add it to our parent view, and here we add a click listener to our button as well. Then here we do on attach to window. So if we have the camera permission, then we just set up our camera, else we just on detach we just shut down our camera executor, as well as we unbind our camera provider. Now this is the method which I was talking about. So why we need to write this method? So this is basically a hack which we are doing, because if you go to this particular issue over here, we can see that you can read a lot about this. Why we need to do this hack? If you don't write this particular bit of code, you will just see a black camera screen, black screen. Your camera preview will not be displayed. That's why we need to do this. Then here we have setup camera, there where we do process camera provider dot get instance. Here we add a listener to it, and here we initialize camera provider. So we just do camera provider future dot get. Then here we call bind camera use cases as well. Here we get the width as well as the height of our preview. Here we get the rotation as well. Then here we get hold of our camera provider. Then here we have this camera selector dot builder require lens facing. Here we pass the lens type. Then here we get hold of our aspect ratio strategy. Here is our resolution selector as well. Here we initialize our preview view. Here we initialize our image capture as well. Here is our use case group builder, where we add our preview use case as well as image capture use case. Then here we have this media 3 effect as well. Then here we add the LanczosResample effect. Now here you can see I'm passing the value as 3030. You can play around this values to get the output of what you feel is correct for you. Then here we add this media 3 effect or use case group builder. We unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the life cycle as well. Then we get hold of our camera, assign it to this variable, then we assign it to the surface provider. Then here inside take photo, we just create the file name using simple date format, and here inside content values dot apply we pass the display name and MIME type. And if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then here we do image capture dot output file options. Then here we do image capture dot take picture. On image saved, here we get hold of the image URI of the captured image. Now we need to send this back to React Native side. We make use of this method. I'll come back to this method as well in a bit. Here we unbind our camera provider. Here I have a helpful method which basically checks whether we have the camera permissions or not. Then here we have a tag, and here we have a file name format as well. Then here, as you can see, this is the code which I have basically used to send data back to React Native side. Now this I have copy pasted it from documentation. So if you scroll down here, you can see, but I have refactored it to our use case. We can't just blindly copy paste it. So the important thing is we don't have this loaded event, right? We just have a result. So that's what has been removed. And here we have on image taken. So everywhere we have written on image taken over here as well. Okay, then let's just scroll down, and here we have this manager as well. So again, I'll just open this react my camera manager.kt. Now this I have copy pasted it from documentation, but wherever they have written web view, instead of web view I have written it as my camera. So that's all I have done. Again, I'll simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy this code. Now another thing which I have changed is I have changed it on image taken over here, as well as over here. That's all I have done, and here I have written it as custom my camera, and everywhere wherever it is web view I have written it as my camera. And if you see the docs, I have removed this particular part because we are not passing any prop. Okay, then the next thing is we have this package file as well. So I have created that particular thing, react my camera package.kt. Again, this is our package name. These are all the imports, and this I have copy pasted it from the documentation itself. So yeah, feel free to pause the video and like copy all this code. Again, like I have said, I have copied it from docs. Only web view part has been written, has been refactored to my camera. That's all I have done over here. Okay, now if you scroll down, we need to import this inside main application and use it. So just go to to your main app, main application.kt, and here you can copy paste this import and just do add react my camera package. All right, now let's see how to use it. So you can just go to app.tsx over here, and here you can see these are all the imports for it. Here we have a state of image URL, one state for camera permission granted as well, and here we just check if platform is Android and if version is greater than equal to 10. Why we are checking this? Because from version 10 and above of Android we don't require the write external storage permission. Then here we just check if platform.os is equal to Android. Then here we request multiple permissions, so camera permission as well as camera write, and camera as well as write external storage permission. Okay, then here depending on whether the permission of camera has been granted or not, we just change this particular state to true. Okay, then here inside use effect we called request camera and storage permission, and if image URI is not equal to empty, we display the image using this image element, and if camera permission is granted and image URI is equal to empty, then we display this camera preview, which will have the capture button as well inside it. Else we just display a text saying camera permission not granted, and these are all the styles for it as well. So yeah, that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.